Hi Leo, I hope you're doing amazing. Welcome to a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to remind you, as always, this is meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, beginning around when you're guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it, but as well it's general. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I'm just realizing I didn't cleanse my energy before your reading. I just want to make sure I'm feeling fresh in energy. Okay, key wording. But as you can see, we have two decks in front of us. The Sacred Light Oracle on the left, and then this purple tarot, whatever the name is, which we will pull for you afterwards. Let's just cleanse our energy real quick. Thank you for your patience, and let's proceed. All right, so let's start by doing some shuffling. I feel like that was a bit twitchy, but let's pull from the Oracle deck for my lovely Leos for the next 48. Okay, that was very uncomfortable. Key wording. I also did just hear you're real and we like you. You're real and we like you. You could be putting yourself out there on social media in the next 48. You could find yourself just being admired by even friends, co-workers, you name it, people, strangers that you even meet. But I feel like for some it's pertaining to a community, admiring you in your realness. When it comes to your realness, your relatability, your slip-ups even, your personality and your way of being, your energy taking a highlight in a very positive way in the eyes of others, okay? But yeah, as well, your self-awareness taking a highlight. I feel like you're very peaceful in the next 48 in the way you accomplish things, in the way you do what you got to do when you got to do it, right? And you do it well. And I feel like people are seeing you as somebody who's quite grounded, even if, say, the energy in a situation or all that you have on your plate, even slight slip-ups in keeping your cool leaves you feeling a lack of groundedness, right? And you just do what you got to do to feel more grounded once again, to get back to that balanced way of being. And I really do feel like your connection to trees, to nature, is taking a highlight in the next 48. Don't be surprised if there's one, if not multiple, personal realizations taking place in regards to what's meant for you, what you actually desire, what is going to take place moving forward. But we have energy medicine and sacred space. Where are you feeling should be labeled as your sanctuary, or already has? I feel like some of you are doing what you can to make a new situation or an existing one more of a comfortable environment for oneself and potentially for other people. But there's a focus on you in the next 48 when it comes to other people paying attention to you, tuning in, wanting more attention from you, okay? But you're only one person, and I feel like you're very focused on yourself to add on to that message about you being a bit of a center focus in the next 48. So other people and from you. And I do feel like you need to recognize or remember, for some drawn to this reading, that's not selfish, right? You just are doing what you got to do for the sake of your well-being. And I feel like you're protecting your energy in certain ways, okay, as I hold up the energy medicine card. And I really do feel like your sensuality, I feel like your angelic way of being, or your sexual nature is what I just heard, that's taking a highlight. Your devotion to a specific somebody, a business, a project, a hobby, your job, could be more than one situation, but it feels like there's one in specific Spirit's highlighting. Your devotion is paying off, your commitment, right? Your never ending desire to see more success in whatever situation that is for you. Bear with me. There will be slip-ups in the next 48. There will be moments of stutter or shakiness or just feeling very affected by energy, but you shake it off quite well, or you just make it work. I feel like there's even a level of purposefulness in the midst of whatever that is for you, okay? Deep rest. Spirit is saying, we get that you are in the middle of, with the word fertility, excuse me. You're in the middle of giving birth to something new or preparing for it in the near future. Could even be a fresh start in the midst of something that's continuing. But for some of you, it's a brand new beginning, right? A transition, a switch up in one way, shape, or form. We get this is all taking place, but you need to implement some deep rest, okay? You're only one person. You're a strong lion, but you need to rest, period. But with the Sacred Space card here, I feel like your, again, angelic sort of airy nature about you. You might have heavy air in your chart. That's taking a focus. People are noticing you, heads are churning because you just have this vibe about you, the way you carry yourself, the way you strut down the street, or just even, migrate, socialize. It just feels like people want to know more. It's leaving people intrigued. It's leaving people a bit perplexed all the meanwhile. But there's a positive outcome in regards to what you're beginning, what you're transitioning into, a change you made recently. I feel like there's a positive outcome when it comes to a manifestation for you specifically. So for some drawn to this reading, it's positive outcomes taking a highlight, even if it feels more delayed in the upcoming days, weeks. Everything's going to happen when it's meant to. Okay. But I feel like going back to the bottom of the deck, remember we were talking about personal realizations? The word clarity is standing out to me. Okay. I just feel like you're gaining clarity, whether it's due to spiritual downloads, whether it's due to your intuition, gaining intuitive hits. It could be more so, and or in regards to you just figuring out what you really desire, right? Who or what, as far as the situation goes, is going to be right for you. And Spirit's saying by the end of this 48-hour period, yes, you're going to gain more clarity, but even if you don't have it all figured out, pretty much guarantee you won't. Doesn't mean you don't keep moving forward. Doesn't mean you won't figure it out when the time is right. You know what I'm saying? So just be grateful and take in all the clarity and downloads that are coming to be in the next 48 and recognize in divine timing, you'll gain more clarity. You'll start to see one's path unraveling in a more illuminated manner. I feel like that wasn't the best wording, but kind of was. Anyways, you may even confuse oneself at certain points being spoken through by spirit, or just kind of clarifying something quite efficiently. Some of you being very predictive in nature. There may be a bit of a random feeling in the next 48 as you're bouncing from one situation to the next, just trying to accomplish a lot. Okay, what do I do now? What do I do now? You may be feeling like a bit of a busybody, and then you stop and wonder, okay, well, what's next? Okay, there's plenty to do, right? Now I just need to prioritize. What do I need to get done in the remainder of this day, or the remainder of this 2-day period? And just kind of go down the list, make a mental list or write it down, right? Don't stress it all the meanwhile. But I feel like people are impressed that you are brave enough to move on, or brave enough to just shift things in the right direction for you. It's like when the scales of justice aren't working in your favor or feeling quite relevant in your situation, it's like you're twisting things in your favor, right? Making a slight adjustment or a big switch up, a change, and things are starting to work out, okay? Or you're starting to see things, improve for oneself, right? Lucky attraction. I feel like, okay, yes, luck is on your side, right? But we've been mentioning this in many of the Leo readings recently. You're manifesting quite easily, right? So it's this combination of luck being on your side, spirit working behind the scenes in your favor, even if you're spiritually messed with, and then you're manifesting all the meanwhile. You're attracting people, places, situations that are meant for you, and it's leaving you feeling more in your element, okay? Feeling quite powerful at certain points, but that power, if you look at this imagery specifically, but also this one, it leaves you feeling quite at ease, a bit of a relaxed vibe about you, which will benefit your work, certain conversations, and again, even that manifestation process, all right? It's that peaceful power that just feels right for you at this point along your path. It may not have once upon a time, right? That power may have felt quite heavy in certain ways, or just more accurate for you in that sense when it was feeling heavy. But now the lightness, the airiness about, they're saying the fluffiness about your power, about your presence, it feels right to others, and it feels even more so right for you, okay? We're removing obstacles for you, and I feel like you as well are just realizing that change is leaving you with the removal of certain obstacles, right? Whether it's energy obstacles, noise factors, they feel like the association of certain people or one specific person, you name it, okay? Location is everything is what I'm hearing. Location. That's going to differ from Leo to Leo in regards to how that resonates naturally. Good reading so far. Let's keep shuffling. Okay, wow. I feel like there are certain levels of stress. We're not going to sugarcoat it for you, whether it's due to where you're living, working, could be just, I feel like noise. Once again, it's like keep it down. I want to sort of make you see things clearly, but I'm not going to put an effort towards it. Don't be surprised if your sleep doesn't take a necessary step in the right direction. Weird wording, but we'll move on. Don't be surprised if you've been lacking quality sleep recently or enough. Don't be surprised if you continue to have minimal rest in certain ways. Even if you're doing your best to rest, even if you're just laying there, right, or sleeping, it doesn't feel like you're 100% well rested, but you get up and you make the best out of your day, okay, in order to see oneself embarking upon a new beginning for oneself. But look at strength, right in the center of our reading, feeling more like the individual you're meant to be in this lifetime. Things aren't perfect, but they're meant to be, right? Keep shifting towards what feels right for you. Keep moving away from what doesn't feel right for you in the next 48 and even moving forward in general. And you'll see oneself thriving more so. When you feel comfortable, when you feel at ease, when you feel, again, that peaceful power about you in general, that means you're surrounded by or wrapped up with people, places, or situations that are meant for you, right? And then we can always reevaluate moving forward if need be. But it's the next 48 that reminds you the possibilities are endless. You are just deserving of the peace that's going to come to be more so moving forward. And it's this feeling that you are just needing to trust in oneself in regards to decision making, in regards to trusting the decision you already made or multiple, right? They're saying you chose right. You chose right. Okay. You know best for oneself at this point. And I just feel like you need to recognize that somebody will be happier for you than they're realizing at this time or coming off. But it's just going to come to be a little bit later down the line. Okay. And some people just express things differently, right? The Two of Cups over here. Yeah, connections taking a highlight in regards to energy that's meant for you, not meant for you, how it affects you all the meanwhile. Your effect on others is taking a focus, right? For the better, at times for the worse. I feel like you're just going to tap into that innate ability to just distance oneself from who doesn't make you feel right energy-wise in the moment, right? And all the meanwhile trusting your intuition in that sense. But I feel like you could definitely have healing energy being drawn to this reading. It's interesting we put this over here because the Four of Swords can talk about rest and we have deep rest over here. But it's touching base upon the Sacred Space card because in whatever situation you're making the best out of, or you're trying to make into your sanctuary, perfect in certain ways, or just make more comfortable once again, get that rest in, okay? Be productive in a peaceful, consistent, balanced manner, and you'll find oneself feeling good about your accomplishments and just seeing the quality of whatever that is for you quite immaculate and on point, okay? Don't be surprised if there's certain slip-ups, once again, certain imperfections, you're very well spoken in the next 48. Even without the rest you need and deserve, you're still on point. Keep that in mind. I just feel like something's growing and developing for you in a beautiful way and you're thriving through it all. It's like, yes, tune in, watch Leo, right? Pay attention, turn your head, look at Leo. But don't expect for me to give you all the attention in the world 24/7 or for too long, because I am a bit of a busybody. Once again, I have a lot going on, a lot changing, and I'm feeling like kind of popular. All right, that's the vibe. Even if you don't expect that moving into this next 48, it's like people just want more, right? I just feel as if you're going to deal with somebody who's not 100% proud of themselves, and you'll feel that. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I sense that you're picking up on people's emotions, being very empathic, being drawn to this reading, or you're just feeling things out quite accurately. You know how somebody's feeling in the moment. You can just kind of pick up on their way of being, or you just observe their mannerisms or their way of being, and it just feels, I don't know, it doesn't feel amazing, but you at the same time are quite proud of oneself, and spirit's proud of how much you've progressed and how quickly you're able to feel out a situation or just somebody or multiple people and just adapt how you should, right? Adapt in a necessary manner, right? And that will help you steer clear of who and what's not meant for you, and even potentially help somebody or multiple people. And it could even help your work, right? It's a very powerful next 48 for you, Leo, where you're shining, you're glowing. And again, that peaceful power about you feels quite amazing. And Spirit's saying, well, the changes you're making are helping you feel this way. Embrace it all the meanwhile. And I just feel like, again, your helpful nature is taking a highlight, and there's more of that peaceful power to take place moving forward. Get ready for your bright future. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll see you next time.